Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to MDX Presents, the show that comes to you once a month. Today we have an extremely exciting show for all you viewers at home, as it's our holiday extravaganza, Halloween around the world. To talk more about it's my partner in crime here, Torin.
Thanks, Vlad. We have some exciting Halloween-themed treats coming your way. We have interviews with people from around the world telling us about their Halloween customs, as well as arts and crafts session with Vlad on how to make your mask look great in 2020, and the differences between Halloween in the UK and the US.
And now, let's get on with the show.
Yes, but before we do that, I want to talk a little bit about Halloween right here in the UK.
Okay, I'm interested.
Well, did you know, Vlad, that Halloween has different names in different parts of the UK?
Oh wow, and what are the other names?
Well, it's also known as All Saints Eve, Mischief Night, Nutcrack Night, and Snap Apple Night.
Okay, I especially love this name, Mischief Night. Sounds like my type of party, if you know what I mean.
But before we talk more about Halloween over in the US, I think it's time we head to our first guest. Coming all the way from Qatar, telling us how he celebrates Halloween. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, coming all the way from Qatar, it's Miko. Hello,
Hey
Miko.
there.
How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
Great, thanks. Tell me, how do you celebrate Halloween in Qatar?
Well, here in Qatar, it's not much of a big thing. However, it's known amongst Qatari locals, amongst multiple people here in Qatar, especially Westerners, due to the fact that when they came here to work, one of the cultures that they brought was Halloween. The only issue is that they've only celebrated amongst themselves. They haven't really gone out to celebrate it out in the outer areas of Qatar. And nobody goes out to knock on people's doors to say trick or treat or anything like that. So it hasn't been a big thing, but it's still celebrated and it's known well.
Okay, so I know you get to travel a lot. So have you had the chance to celebrate Halloween in any other part of the world?
Actually, no, I haven't, but I've celebrated Halloween here twice when I was a little kid. Had a bunch of times where I had cavities on my teeth, but it was worth the pain in the end of the day.
It's always worth the pain at the end when you get to try those sweets. Thanks for joining us today, Miko.
Thank you.
Okay, and now it's time for another look at Halloween in a different country. This time, Portugal. I introduce you to Francisco, our second guest.
Halloween, or Dia das Bruxas in Portuguese, isn't really something that's celebrated in Portugal. Depending on where you live in Portugal, you may encounter some kids knocking on doors or asking for candies, but it's not that common. The only thing really Halloween based is in schools, where kids on their English classes decorate the school and learn the origins about Halloween. Even though Halloween isn't a big tradition here, we do have one. November 1st is a national holiday, the Day of Saints and Martyrs, o Dia de Todos os Santos, where families go to the cemetery to clean the graves and change flowers.
Thanks for that, Francisco. And now it's time for some fun facts about Halloween in the US.
Okay, now you caught my attention.
Well, did you know that Annika in the US was the first city to celebrate Halloween and trick-or-treat?
What for?
Well, it was in the hope that young people and children will stop committing criminal-like pranks and enjoy the parade.
Okay, now this is something very interesting.
I know you'll like this one, Vlad. Did you also know that Halloween only became more popular after World War II?
Oh my god, but I was here even before World War II. Oh my god.
But now it's time for our next guest. This time it's from the perspective of the Asian community. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I introduce you to Labiba. Hello, Labiba. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Labiba, tell me, how do you celebrate Halloween?
In the East, we don't celebrate Halloween, as in places like Pakistan, we don't even know what it is. Um, and due to the majority population being Muslims, we don't believe in the supernatural and it not having a spiritual meaning, we don't think of it as a celebratory festival. But in India, where there's more of a Western influence, they might celebrate it, but not to the level of the Western people. But yeah.
So, Labiba, tell me, what are your thoughts on Halloween right now?
I love the costumes, the candy, the decorations. I love seeing it. I love seeing the spooky season vibe, but I personally don't celebrate it. But yeah,
So you got to eat lots of candies, that's all that matters,
a,
right?
yeah, a lot.
Thanks for joining us today, Labiba.
Thank you.
Well done, Turin and Labiba. Now it's time for another view on Halloween, and this time it's all the way from Czech Republic. I introduce you to Simon.
The Czech Republic, a lovely country in the middle of Europe, but how do we celebrate Halloween? Well, we don't. We don't do it in the extra costume, pumpkin, ghosts and demons Western way. We have our own version of this holiday called Dušičky, where we go to cemeteries and pay respect to the dead ones, which is pretty dark thinking about it. But with the power of capitalism, we can also spice it up a bit here and add the fun parts like pumpkins, costumes, and running around on our garden in the costume because we're in the middle of a pandemic and can't go anywhere else. How fun! Yay!
Thanks for that interesting look into the Czech Republic, Simone. But now it's time for our arts and crafts session with Vlad. Over to you, Vlad.
Thank you, Turin. Hello everyone and welcome to my arts and crafts session today. On today's session I'm going to show something very simple and easy and extremely useful around Halloween. I know the most annoying thing around Halloween is to not be able to eat sweets with your mask on. That's why I'm going to show you how to do that. For this you just need 2 masks and that's it. This what you have to do is you just have to fold the mask like that and to put it in your mouth. There you go. Just make sure that you're able to see your mouth. And you have to fold another one, the same like the first one, and you have to put it under. There we go, very easy and very simple. Now you're ready to eat your sweets. Just need sweets. Take a sweet. You put it in your mouth. I love it, amazing. I love it a lot. Back to your turn.
Thanks, Vlad. Well, that's all we have time for in today's show. We've had a look at how different countries celebrate Halloween, and we've also learned how to make your mask look great in 2020.
Oh, I don't know about you, Turin, but I feel quite tired and thirsty. I'm thinking about 1 glass of fresh blood. I love this. And I'm ready to go back to my cocktail.
Well, Vlad, I guess we just have one more thing to do.
Do we?
Yep, it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.
Goodbye from me too. And happy Halloween.
Hey.